It's tabletop time!
I'm Murray.
I'm Elle.
I'm Jazza.
I'm Dave.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Rob.
Rob's here! Welcome to our Christmas special. A time of joy and murder, apparently. You clicked on the video. Who killed Santa Claus? This is going to be a whodunit. But before we get to that, who done made this all possible? You guys. and our sponsors.
Yes. Yes.
Are you just waiting for Murray to
Yes.
pick up that he's going to take it first? Because he was the first in the order?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Yes. This is all brought to you by the patrons, and it is basically completely down to you. So huge thank you firstly to you, and if you'd like to help support us, you can find the links below.
If you were wondering what to get us for Christmas.
It's true.
Exactly. And by being a patron, you also get access to our after party, in which we jump to Discord and have a chat with all the lovely, lovely patrons there.
If you want another way to support us as well, you can check out our store and get some cool merch, like the lovely shirts we are displaying today. We got posters up of the previous shows we've done as well. Maybe get someone's last minute Christmas gift or something you can ask your friends to get you. Go on, Dave.
It does make sense for Gateway to go before podcast.
Okay, well,
We're so good at this plug thing.
We're so smooth,
I mean,
guys.
if you like to listen to this as opposed to watching it on YouTube, you can do that on all good podcast platforms because this is also a podcast. But you will, of course, miss out on the live stream goodies, such as me clearly directing that Murray would start and we would go clockwise from there.
Or that I've got a green drink that is chrome it out.
Jazza was very confused why
Jazz
I
is the
wouldn't
special
skip
one.
him.
Jazz is special. He's in the
When it's a slight
GM
pause,
scene.
and it was Jazza was just laying to roll, and then Dave was confused because
We will be playing the work in progress game system Gateway Roleplay. For more information, go to gatewayroleplay.com. But we're using it to adapt. We're creating a system to adapt to any world. We've played recently in 40k and Pokemon, and this time it's just 1990s America people. In Christmas, at Christmas.
excellent.
Favorite topic.
That's it. I want to roleplay as Americans in the 1990s at Christmas. You can do that, and you will be able to with Gateway Roleplay.
Could be role playing your dad in 1985. That's what I should have been role playing.
Wow.
So we begin, my dear friends. Before we start officially, I want to hand you all a secret. Okay?
Oh, there's
So
music for this.
please,
So bad at this.
we'll meet all our characters a little bit through the course of the intro, but I want everyone to have the secret and read it. This is your own secret. Please keep it and read it carefully. Secrets. And do not share the contents of the secret.
That's for Dave or me?
That's you. That's. Wait, did I give?
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
I'm missing a secret. Who's got two?
Nah.
Not telling it's a secret.
It's on the floor.
It's not so secret now.
There you go. It's Rob's secret. I was trying to pass it to your foot. You didn't take the hint. You just thought I was being extra nice with thanks to the eggnog. So we're gonna jump into it. We're just gonna jump into it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's set the scene. And the scene is an upstate New York manor, lavish in the Christmas winter. The soft glow of the windows, warm and inviting in what seems to be a bitterly cold evening. Looming in the distance are some grey clouds, seemingly warningly, but it's Christmas Eve and everyone would be as willing as anyone here to attend this party and be warming by the hearth. The first to arrive, of course, is Helena Whitmore, who is the hostess of the evening and has worked with this venue multiple times, but developed a relationship. And as she arrives and is greeted by the butler, Jeeves, played by Rob, I'm sure he efficiently and kindly immediately
Visibility.
Slowly creeps into the scene.
takes her coat.
Crushed it.
She clears her throat waiting for the coat to be taken.
Good evening,
Jeeves,
miss.
come on. Good evening. Have we're all set up for the auction?
Everything is prepared as per your instructions.
Good. Oh, these things are so stressful. It's such a pain in the ass, but votes are votes. You know what it's like.
Assured, we will get everything done as promised.
All right, well, that's what you're paid for, so no less. When are they arriving? She looks antsily at her watch. She's a bit irritable.
You know, anybody arriving to a party arrives fashionably late.
Okay, oh God, I'm gonna go have a drink. Make sure to prepare the place, and do you know what? You get me a drink, I'll greet them. Smiling face. Whew, okay,
The usual.
of course.
Very well.
2 of them. Just have one by the cabinet and give me the other one now.
Kennedy
It's not-
treatment on it.
That's right. Okay. All right. I think some of them are. She's like eagerly peering out the window, and it's like a child waiting for her friends to arrive, but also wanting to be popular, not wanting to be too eager. She looks at you up and down. Wearing the same thing as last time, Jeeves? Inventive.
It is customary, miss.
What'd you say?
It is
Can
customary.
you speak up?
It is customary.
It
miss.
is customary.
Yes, the traditional butler garb.
You wash it though, right?
Of course, miss.
Okay. Maybe it's the dust. Anyway, all right. 2 cosmopolitans on it.
On it.
She clicks and clacks, pacing gently back and forth, waiting for the first guest to arrive. And before long, a car pulls up. Big tires, large grill, and boots step out with the biggest puffy jacket you've ever seen as Chad, the investor, steps out and walks up to the event. He doesn't usually arrive on time or early, but here he is in all his glamorous getup. Oh, Chadwick, you made it. Thank you so much for coming. Must have heard through your partners the auction was on. You excited? Got your eyes on anything?
Helen, darling, first thing, you're looking gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful.
stop
and
it. You're
and what
such
you've
a
done with
flirt.
this place. Oh my gosh. Look, this is wonderful. I know it's a bit kitsch to be here early, but I just thought it's your special day. I wouldn't miss out.
Thank you so much. Well, you know, the election season's
Hey,
coming up, so all the support is appreciated. You're a doll.
Where's that help you got?
The butler?
Yeah, coat. He pulls off his coat.
Jeeves, we have a guest with a coat waiting to be taken.
I am here, ma'am.
And is that
Oh my God, where did you come from?
I am always ready to serve. Here is your drink, sir, your jacket.
Very good. Thank you very
Drinks.
much.
What's your drink of choice?
Hey, I'll have what you're having. You got good taste.
Cosmopolitan.
Hey, whatever the lady wants.
Very nouveau riche. Nouveau riche. That's not a word.
It is
Very
now.
lovely taste.
And don't worry about it, honey. When you're in politics, whatever word you want, that's the word that matters, you know?
Well,
Whatever you
make
say.
yourselves at home. This is a gorgeous estate. There's many wonderful things to look at, but the items up for auction are well worth examining because, my gosh, it's a charity event, of course, but everything is tax deductible.
Of course.
Oh. Speaking of tax deductible.
Wow.
My accountant just here.
Someone's about to get a burn.
So you can tell a lot about a person by the car that they arrive in. Now, Chad, being a larger than life sort of character, takes up a lot of space on the road. Mary Lynn likes to travel in style. But this is an old-fashioned sort of style. This is Bentley, but an older Bentley. And when it was bought, it was shiny and new and fancy. But let's just say it's missed a couple of services, and maybe it's missed its glory days. That would be too harsh to say about the person stepping out. But the formerly very well-known starlet, Mary Lynn, steps out and is recognized by many, but pitied by some, because her days of glory are a little bit behind her, and most of the younger people she meets have no idea who she is, and that cuts her to the core. What is Mary thinking as she turns up into this lavish manner?
So Mary Lynn walks in and she's in like her fabulous dress, very modest but very pretty. And she is ready to have a drink, honestly, and get ready to turn some heads, really get people gossiping about her again.
Mary Lynn in the flesh. Welcome.
How you doing, love?
Oh, it's so much better now that you're here.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
It'll be nice to have a bit more of the feminine touch. So far, this is Chad. Welcome, both of you.
Hearing this keenly, I turn in and go, Mary Lynn, did you say the famous actress is coming here? Oh, you must be her daughter. Nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Drink.
Yes, please.
And I gesture my hand back, clicking at the butler.
As you put your hand out, a drink is placed there.
And then I hand the drink as if I'd got it for you to Mary Lynn.
Appreciate it, honey.
Now, somewhere a couple of miles away, and quite nervous, is a tinkerer, an inventor by the name of Steve, who doesn't normally attend events like this, but he needs some patronage. He's looking for funding for some of his projects, and he is also interested in research. And some of the items here, though a little older in their mechanical nature, have some really interesting components. And just at least for observational and research purposes, he's really interested in just sort of seeing how things click together there, but also maybe exploring some of the social opportunities. As he arrives and pulls up in his Uber, he steps out, fixes up his coat. Everything is less glamorous than the two that have arrived so far, but very practical. He actually has one of those fanny packs off to the side, but it's not like one of the store-bought ones. It's one he built himself for the various tools that he may need to sort of fix or jerry-rig things. And he always keeps a few of his work-in-progress inventions on him should the opportunity to share a prototype arrive. Steve, what are you thinking about the event as you sort of walk up to the large, glowing, warm doors?
Well, Steve is very concerned about his immediate financial future. He's put down a lot of gambles on his various inventions and prototypes, and this might be a last-ditch effort to secure potentially some fundings by putting money in for an auction. So he's going to approach in that very timid but determined, but definitely absolutely peeing himself underneath that facade.
I'm going to get you to roll a perception. Let's just go perception.
That'll be hard to roll.
Reflexes.
What are you going to roll for perception? There's not a skill in Gateway.
Oh, sorry. Acuity reflexes. Thank you.
First roll, Dave's already like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Old habits die hard. Boop.
Oh,
I'm going to say challenge level 2.
3.
You notice visibly that there was Helena Whitmore. You know her from some local posters and cheaply positioned billboards. Gets a moment of eye contact, and it was waiting in the doorway for guests, and sort of quickly sort of ducks away nonchalantly, seemingly to not really be in the doorway when you sort of wander in, and sort of looks busy elsewhere as you walk in.
Oh, that's fine by me, I suppose. All right. Okay, Steve, game face. Oh, off we pop. And stride through the door.
Greet the guests, you lazy bum. She mutters to Jeeves, and keep him busy.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How do you do?
I am good. Thank you. What can I do for you this evening? Can I take your coat? Would you like a drink?
No, I will retain my coat. It has many things that I need.
Very well. And a drink?
Yes. Thank you very much. Scotch. Thank you.
On its way.
That went well. Sort of drifts off to nowhere in particular, sort of like a very strategic, like angled into the room, sort of equidistant from everything, but also from everyone.
Yeah, perfectly positioned. Yeah. Now let's let a little bit of time pass here. The efficient ones and the well socialized ones have sort of arrived and they've started to linger, but a couple of anomalies are going to arrive, but a little bit later. About 15 to 20 minutes later, after a couple of drinks are had and chatting is had between the more chatty, a hearse arrives at the front of the building. It's clearly been repurposed. It's not an active hearse, but it's just like for the practicalities of having a bigger car, but also it seems sort of cool, at least to the person who's driving it, and seem to also have the right vibe for the daily ongoings of the paranormal blogger, Edna.
Yeah. Edna steps out, and I think she wouldn't be very dressed up. She's kind of just got her normal. She's got her shawl on. There's a bit of cat hair on it.
Yeah.
She definitely looks like she's not supposed to be there, but she also looks like she doesn't care. And she just kind of pats herself down and walks towards the door, I think, if she sees that's where the people are.
And as you enter, Helena sort of looks at you and double takes. She, you don't need to guess. She doesn't know who you are, but she thinks she's probably supposed to, and says, "Oh, welcome,
Edna.
Edna. Edna. Oh,
Have you read my
I'm
blog?
just whispering.
You're the blogger.
I am. Thank
My
you.
gosh, and you have so many followers.
And you're Ellen?
Helena, yes, of course, Helena
Yes.
Whitmore.
I've seen your poster around.
And I'm sure you've.
What have you done? What are they after you for? Is that what the poster's for? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's not a haunted poster. That's fine.
You must be thirsty. Do you? Do you drink? Would you like something?
Oh, give me the strongest thing you've got.
Oh well, Jeeves, treat our lovely, esteemed guest, and
Thank you.
a popular one at that. You should see her blog. Thousands of followers
Thank you.
of the paranormal sort. My
Do you
uncle
have a
thought he
favorite
saw a
story?
ghost once. Sorry, what?
Do you have a favorite story?
Of your?
Yes.
Yeah, the one with
The
the
haunted kitty
the
litter.
haunted kid.
Kitty litter.
Kitty litter. The one with the kitty litter. Amazing.
This is one of my favorites. It means a lot.
Okay. Oh, I've just got to prepare for the next guest, but please make yourselves at home. Check out the auction pieces. So much to enjoy. But
Do you have them on display?
well, yeah, of course. How else will you know what you're bidding on?
Wonderful. May I have a look before?
Yeah. Look, don't touch. Of course, we need to
Absolutely, absolutely.
preserve the condition for the appropriate buyers. But a lot of nice pieces there. I'm gonna go now. So.
Thank you.
I will be back with your drink shortly.
Thank you.
Just gonna be looking around at the big house, big eyes.
Okay. The final guests are a few moments off, but as you'll wander in and find each other, how do you find you introduce yourselves and socialize initially?
I find.
How does Edna sort of see and receive the people who are here?
She won't go near any groups. I think if she sees that you have trinkets, she might come over and stick her nose over your shoulder.
Oh,
Hello.
goodness. Hello. My name is Stephen. You may call me Steve.
Steve, I am Edna. Lovely to meet you.
Edna.
She'll hold out her hand.
Edna. Oh, I do believe that I've read some of your work.
You have read some of my blog.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Intriguing things.
Thank you. I'm actually following a new trail right now, but I can't spoil anything for the new update, so you understand.
I see.
Yes. What kind of trinkets do you have? I think you've got something on your belt.
Yes, I have quite a few things just tucked away. Just little things I've been working on.
Any spirits talking to you in them?
Not recently. I
Haven't
think
heard
that
any
I think the
voices?
butler's on the way with the spirits.
Your drink, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
And
thank
your scotch.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, good sir.
Do you have something in the red variety? Says a voice stepping through the door. A popped collar with what would be very brooding and sensual eyes that are covered with glasses at all times, no matter the state of interior or exterior. Purple lenses and a very suave swagger. Oddly, with a dark leather, black, very serious looking briefcase handcuffed to his hand that he's holding on to. But in such a weirdly nonchalant way that you don't notice it at first. And he sort of swaggers in and he says, I'm looking for a Cabernet Sauvignon variety. You have a Cabernet Sauvignon?
Several. What vintage were you after, sir?
1983.
Very well. I will bring it presently.
Don't give me the 84 garbage.
I wouldn't dream of it, sir.
Who do we have here?
Chad's gonna walk straight over to this guy.
You American.
Hey, look at you. You look like someone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, look at me.
You look like someone who likes a bit of Christmas snow. You want to go to the powder room?
Don't mind if I do. He takes the kind invitation and he wanders off with you to a side room, not to be observed by anyone else.
Just to enjoy the spirit of Christmas.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's all I was getting. I was getting like big scarface.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm out of the scene for just a moment.
Yeah.
Wow, it looks like they
That was
used up
quick.
very quickly.
Yes, there's so many people here.
And there's a timid voice of the last person to arrive who's been dropped off by a taxi, who says sort of meekly,
Have I missed the auction by any chance? Arthur. Is this place haunted?
and he immediately starts writing and
Haunted? I should hope so. That would be marvelous.
And a trifle silly. I'm sorry, what's your name?
Oh, I am Edna. And you are?
I'm sorry, Edna. You're the blogger.
Have you read my blogs as well?
Unfortunately, yes. I mean no criticism. That I said
Check
that
my
out loud,
hearing
didn't I?
aids. Hang on, sorry, dear. My hearing aids aren't in properly.
I'm sorry, you
Say
are?
it again.
Yes. Hello. I'm Steve. Steve. Gosh, I'm bad at that. Pleased to meet you. Sorry. You were.
My name's Arthur. I'm a writer,
A writer.
horror fiction. I have a few New York Times bestsellers, but I'm looking forward to enjoying the ambiance of this evening and seeing some of the items on display.
Yes. I believe the sound you just heard was two gentlemen hitting it off. I suppose I'm not entirely sure. But yes. There's drinks.
You seem to be packing heat.
he says, his bulging eyes sort of like flicking down to, and he notices
nothing's
some
overheating.
metal protruding from one of the pouches that looks
That's just a telescoping rod that's just popped out. Don't worry. That's pretty fast.
You're the inventor, aren't you?
I am certainly an inventor. Yes. Have you heard of me?
I have heard that you were dabbling in the idea of time travel. Absurd in theory, and yet you seem to have some papers to back up your quantum theses.
Yes, I was quite enraptured with that last Tuesday. Yes, now it's all about things that can create smaller pockets, like shrink slightly by roughly
see.
10%. But
I might need a drink or two before I hear any of
sure.
those.
I'll be thrilled to discuss it with you, or even the time travel. It's very interesting things.
Very interesting indeed.
Welcome,
All right,
sir.
so,
You mentioned a drink.
Yes, I will have a bourbon, please.
On its way.
All right. Woo.
Oh, I wonder where you two had gone to. I'm so glad you're back. Lovely estate, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Especially that one room we spent 20 minutes in.
So, please, everyone, get comfortable. The hors d'oeuvres are in the dining room, and the auction will be taking place at, I think, 11 p.m. So we have some time to get comfortable and well acquainted. There will be a tour at 9. Jeeves will he'll show you around. Party time, Christmas Eve, and none of us have families to go back to and be bothered by, so all the better. So it's a slightly sad chuckle in her.
Into that, sister.
Hey, tweed jacket. What's your story?
It's not into my story. Well, I'm an inventor. You see, I tinker and create marvels and push for the. I make things. Yes.
Can I make a check to see if anything on him looks novel or interesting?
Depends on
Certainly nothing
your
in the jacket.
definition of novel or interesting.
Commercializable.
Oh, okay.
Like non-derivative and maybe
Yeah,
like some
what
merit
skill
of-
would you propose? We haven't even told Rob how gateway works. We just assumed you'd pick it up.
I'll pick it up by osmosis. We're good.
Yeah, well, basically,
I know
the
how
most
the rolls
nested
work.
things are the skills. So you pick a skill that you want to roll with. I'll pair it with a trait. That's it.
I'm happy with just investigation or maybe engineering or understanding, any intelligence skill there.
Okay.
Like, see if I can appraise it.
Go
Understanding.
engineering.
Okay, engineering.
And wisdom. And I'm going to say challenge level 2.
We need some dice.
Yeah, we've got no dice.
Yeah, no dice.
All right, challenge level 2. Well, guess what? I got 3 dice and it's going to be a success.
It was black.
Fear not, you got
What was the other
one
one?
in the dice roll.
1.
Black is a
device.
success.
I failed.
You got 1 success.
I failed.
You don't see any potential in any other stuff that seems to have on him, and you've never heard of him before. You're much more familiar with the sort of like Silicon Valley types and the whiz-bang terminology. they
Oh,
use.
right. Yeah, like one of those inventor types. My buddies on Dragon's Den, they've had a bunch of people like you through. You should consider going on as a contestant. You might get 5 seconds of fame. It'll be great for you, I'm sure. Anyway, moving swiftly on from that, what the hell is going on there, Mary Lynn? You know what I'm saying?
With what?
That man looks like he's walking around from gizmos for movies from your time, you know what I'm saying? Look like man from space came to Earth. Look, he's got like a ray gun in his pocket.
Mary Lynn smokes her cigarette and just stares at you.
No one's picking up what I'm putting down. Fine. You're all, got
right.
your blinkers on.
So I handed you all a secret. So at this point, we're going to let some time pass, but I would like you all to hand back the secret to me. And what I'm going to do is allow time to sort of transpire a little bit. And I'm going to tag these little secrets and I'm going to put them in a bucket and you're all going to pick out a secret. And if you get your own secret, you have to put it back because everyone through the course of the next 4 hours of dinner and conversation will pick up on someone else's secret.
Cool.
Shake, shake, shake. Everyone pick a secret out. And if you pick your own, let me know. And then
Shout
put
it
it
out.
back and then we'll shake, shake, shake. This is the part of the video.
Don't read them yet.
Why? You have to read to see if you got the same.
But if you go all the way around and
take-
Dave is the last one,
Just take.
then he gets his own. I
That's
can't
true.
reach it.
That's true. If Dave gets his own, he's the last one.
No, because there's 3 other people.
Okay.
So you're all playing 5 of the
okay.
8 people here.
So he can just put it back and pick
okay.
someone else.
Yeah. So there's a increased probability of picking someone else. Did anyone get themselves?
No.
Okay. I will hold that. You will pick another one. Okay. There is a letter written next to your secret. This is just for my reference. Can we just go around and share what that letter is, starting with you, L?
Loud.
Yeah.
C.
C. Okay. Cool. Okay. Murray.
V.
Okay. Rob.
Why?
Because it's part of the game, Rob.
I knew that was coming. I was expecting it from him though.
No.
Murray's faster.
Jen.
P.
P. Yep.
For Peter.
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 Yep. And Dave.
J for Juliet.
Okay. Okay.
Peter.
All right. So the evening proceeds. At first, sort of, you can hold on to your secrets, it's all right. At first, sort of painfully slow and awkward, but as the drinks settle in, it becomes more bearable. And some of you find people more interesting than others. Some of you find some people unbearable. Let's just hear a little perspective from each of you as to how your experience over the next 4 hours with this group of people is. I should also say that through this course, it becomes very clear that you're all going to be here all night
Oh dear.
because the blizzard sets in and some safety warnings have been issued. And yeah, there's no driving out of here in the near term, that's for sure. Now, fortunately, we have plenty of amenities, so don't worry, we'll be comfortable. Christmas morning, we'll be able to shuffle you off to your own homes and people in no time. How is Jeeves tolerating the evening's events, and who is he drawn to?
I'm mostly buzzing around, flitting to and fro, completing tasks that people have set, getting drinks, getting more jelly donuts for our other compatriots, the powdered sugar ones. Just do what I'm told. I don't think anybody's really taking much interest in me. I'm a butler, I'm service, but I was born to it. My name is Jeeves.
You were literally born to it.
Do people ask you a lot?
Do you?
I suppose.
If you've asked, then we've had a
Jeeves,
conversation, but
yeah.
otherwise...
Okay.
Does anyone ask Jeeves what he thinks of this evening, or is everyone just letting him be in the background?
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to tell a joke, but no one got it.
No, sorry.
Yes, I think definitely because
I got it.
Jeeves is one of the few people who can't walk away from Steve. And with the added fact that Jeeves can't walk away, and there is at least one person here who he can sort of talk to in Edna, who didn't immediately scream and run away. This social interaction has gone much better than nearly every other he's had in his life.
Now, you will feel a conflict in Arthur, the author, who is interested in your intelligence and some of the things you have to say, and actually seems to be taking a few notes. He's taking notes through the course of the evening, just in general, some mood, and it seems to be creative writing. But he seems to despise Edna and struggles to engage in conversation with you without Edna being around. So he sort of generally keeps to himself and sits close to the fireplace.
There would definitely be a point Edna would just wander off and start like talking to herself and poking windows and panels. So he'd have plenty of time when she's off.
Cool.
I think she would also ask Jeeves if there's
Any ghostly sightings around here?
Oh, well, ma'am, the house is almost 2 centuries old, built in the early colonial era. It's a lot of history, a lot of families have owned it. But if you were interested, of course, I can tell you more about any particular room or events that have happened
any
here.
weird noises you hear at night? Or even during the day? Some of them like the day.
Vintage plumbing, very odd noises.
Fascinating.
There is like a loud buzzing sound from Steve's pocket, and one or two who are looking that direction see a spark, and the lights in the building flicker and then just shut off for like 4 very long seconds and then turn back on.
Oh, oops,
Now,
Daisy.
You know exactly what that was. It was just one of your work in progress items. You have like 3 or 4 on you, and this one tends to have a bit of a malfunctioning effect around power systems that you thought you'd worked out the kinks, but apparently not.
How embarrassing. Don't be alarmed. This happened. This is intentional. Everything is fine.
Oh, is that
The
like
ghosts.
you can like just shut down power interfaces with that thing?
Occasionally.
Does it work on like security systems and
Yes, most surely.
cameras or just lights?
Cameras? No, it'll probably just erase them. Like if there's contained footage in them as well, like the more old school ones. Yeah, they'd be completely
How
ruined. In
much?
fact. How much?
How much?
No, completely. That's how much.
Now, how much you will sell it for, eh?
Oh, it's not finished yet. It's not for sale. But if
No,
you're
seems to be-
interested,
seems to be working pretty good to me.
oh,
What do you want for it?
but it could do much more.
I
You
know
see?
a guy.
Oh, you do?
I know several.
Oh,
How much?
Well, I wouldn't be talking too much about this anyway. You see, with such an invention as this, my good friend here, Steve, obviously he's not selling. I mean, he's been protecting his stuff with patents and trademarks. Yeah, right, Steve? And I've been offering to give him some business coaching to make sure he's marketing correctly. So he's just not going to accept any offers at this stage. Isn't that right, Steve?
you're a good friend.
Yeah, isn't that right, Steve?
Yes. Patents. Yes.
You know, I know a few people in the tech sector who would love a bright mind like you around. So if you're ever looking for work, just let me know.
What did you say that whiz bang?
The name's Helena Whitmore.
What did you say that whiz bang thing was called there, Steve?
Oh, number 377.
Yeah, what's the fun name for it? Come on. What do you call it?
I believe it's referring to like marketing.
The Scramble Dambler? Like what's the thing?
That would be suitable.
The Scramble Dambler. Boom. I got it. Locked in. I got the domain. .com, .co, .org. It's all mine now. It's ours, Steve, obviously. I mean, I'm going to look after you.
Yippee!
That's right. You stick with me. Here's my phone number. Pass me my phone number. Here's my Truth Social contact. You get in touch, all right?
I was how genuinely concerned Steve looks.
I think this is going well.
So I must ask, is this going to continue with the power outages? This is a very old house, heritage protected, and the wiring is very fragile. If it is going to persist, I'm going to need to take it and put it in a safe room.
Oh no, the battery's done. It won't be able to regain capacity for at least another 7.5 hours.
It wasn't
Have you
his
not
device.
heard the warning, sir? There's a blizzard.
Yeah, I'm afraid we are going to be here all night. Speaking of, we do have pajamas. They're very dusty, but we can dust them. Well, Jeeves can dust them off.
They're in the laundry currently.
And I can make sure that the beds get done up and we get a little extra tuck in and drink just to make it bearable. All night with Jeeves.
I would prefer to sleep in my current clothes. It smells like my cat's.
I was wondering what that smell was.
I like to have them close to me, you know.
So, Mary Lynn, what's on the horizon? I hear a little buzzing happening.
Oh, you know, it's just the business these days. There's a couple offers going around. You know, I had real big things coming up real soon. You'll see.
What you got in mind?
Oh, well, I've got a few leads. I'm playing, you know, the main role of a couple of different movies.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
You
super
know any other stars I'd know the names of?
Oh, you know, there's this and her and him and Tom and Dick and Harry, you know, all the famous people.
Oh, haven't. No, but like actual people though?
I mean, they're people, yes.
No,
They're-
but
they're
you
names.
just said like a bunch of names, like
Anyway,
words.
how are you doing, darling?
You know the campaign trail's very punishing, but without a ball and chain holding me down, you know, I can be fiercely competitive, which is wonderful because this time of year it gets pretty tough.
Tell me, honey, do you have like an MC for your auction? Like someone that's gonna stand up there and really wow the crowd?
Oh, I was gonna do it myself.
I could do it for you if you wanted.
That's so
You know, Mary Lynn
that's
on
so
the
sweet. But you're a
stage.
guest. You're a guest. I insist. Jeeves, another drink from Mary Lynn. Was it? Do you want to stick to the Cosmopolitan, or you want to get a little bubbly up in here?
Gin and tonic.
Gin and G&T.
G&T on its way.
Thanks, love.
Now, Helen, I've got a lot of friends in high places in this city. You know, Rudy Giuliani. My dad's good friends with him. So, you know, maybe we should catch up. We never talk anymore, Helena. We never talk anymore. But I know you're going in big places, and I think, you know, I could help you there. We could do something together. Work something out.
That sounds amazing. You know what the beautiful thing about contacts is? They're always there to contact. So it's great to just make friends everywhere. She sort of says loudly to the room. And that sounds amazing. Have you been in the political circles very much?
Oh,
or-
absolutely. I've been in it, around it, to the left of it, to the right of it, you know, upside donations, all the campaign trail companies, you know, the whole lot. My family's got its roots deep in politics.
Really?
Yeah, one of the great, you know, the Rockefellers, you know.
You're
No,
Chad
the Clintons,
Rockefeller?
like,
and
you know, well, not the Clintons, but you know, like the good Clintons.
I certainly should hope not.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You get it, but alumni of the country. Anyway,
Where are you from, Chad? I can't pick your.
I'm gonna roll a deception check. I'd like to roll deception, and what would you like me to roll with?
Okay, let's go deception charisma.
Oh, I need more dice. What's my challenge level?
Challenge.
A bunch, yeah.
Need more dice.
Challenge level 2.
Five successes, as I
You
say.
could say anywhere,
Yeah,
really. Like
so,
you've got her. Like she's just
Yeah.
ready to listen to everything. you say.
Oh, you know, I grew up on Rhode Island, wealthy family. I went, had my choice, you know, Harvard, Yale. I moved over. It goes through basically the pecking order of just
Yeah.
ridiculous, the best thing of everything.
Amazing,
up to
Rhode
adult life.
Island. Love
Yeah.
your tea, big fan. The ice kind. It's a joke. Never mind. Amazing. Yeah, please. Let's swap numbers. She pulls out a 1998 cell phone.
I pull out 3 cell phones, rifle through until I get the one I want. And just
Oh
swap
wow,
numbers.
you do mean business.
Oh, you got to have a business phone, a second business phone, and a personal phone for
I thought you were
emergencies,
in stocks. You were in politics associated, but you're mainly a trader, or
Well, I work with money, and politics is money, time is money. You know what I'm saying?
you're a sharp man.
I've been called worse.
Nothing as bad as I've been called. And I like it.
He just sort of like says a little too closely to your ear, you didn't know Antonio was there, and he glides away.
Ooh.
And then stands directly facing Steve. Just like stops in front of you, like 2 inches away.
You're a little smaller than people here. Does that bother you? Some people feel self-conscious by being short.
No, I mean, you're shorter than that, man. You
Confidence
somehow.
is the thing that has the greatest effect on someone's sexual prowess. I
What?
could teach you things. I
Oh.
will serve you.
I
see weakness, but you have great strength up here. I can tell. And that little thing in your pocket, the machine.
Go on.
Happy to see you.
Go on, honey.
You're happy to see
I'm
it.
getting mixed messages.
He doesn't budge. He's like still 2 inches away.
You heard me.
Yes, did you throw that? There were definitely some attempts at compliments, and I appreciate these attempts. I see that you are also interested in.
You talk too much.
And he walks away.
Oh, that went well.
I'm not one to make stereotypes, but that guy over there, oh my God, he's such a European. What? I was obviously pointing at Antonio there.
So time passes. A couple of you go on the tour around the building, and most of you is everyone sort of having drinks,
I've kept them going.
Okay.
Everyone's on the Kennedy package.
and you're working, so you're obviously not drinking. But everyone's a little buzzy, and it's making things more bearable. And as the evening progresses, the storm outside progresses, but it seems quite distant, thanks to the large, thick, old stone walls and high glass windows. And just for mood, some of the candles around the place have been lit as well, because there are some old, sconces and candelabras, but otherwise everything is generally modern and wired. But the time has eventually arrived for the auction to take place, and Helena Whitmore gathers everyone into the library where the auction will be happening, and clinks a glass. Very excited. Everyone gather round. It is time for the charity auction. Now, as we know, the proceeds will be going to the local museum, but though these pieces are yours to keep, anyone who bids, you will be a patron of our local history and forever appreciated, especially by my campaign. And remember, tell your friends about Helena Whitmore. We'll make sure those taxes don't tell you anything you wouldn't hear, if you know what I mean. So that's right, my biggest fan over there.
Hey, that's our
Love you,
Helena
Chad.
right there.
Okay, and we begin with lot.
One.
Thank you. All right, lot one. This one, you were like way too sharp on that. I freaking love it. And the library is a very large room, but still formal. Everyone's sort of got to find a place. That's very well done. Helen is standing in front of the fireplace at her little pulpit, and she's got a little gavel. She's very excited about it, and has probably had at least 5 glasses of champagne. So she's a little slurry and not super smooth about all of this, but having a great time. And also, occasionally, some of the items for auction are like voting for Helena, Do I see 200? 250? Any takers voting for Helena? You know, just a little like, it doesn't even make any sense. Is there anything of these items? We have some old historical artifacts. We have a few semi-modern pieces of like equipment from the building that has been replaced by modern equipment, so like old gramophones and things like that look like statement pieces one could have in a modern office for a style vibe or whatever. There are also some really old janky looking things, an old statue that seems to have been from an Amazonian place. There's one of those Russian eggs. What are they called?
Babushka doll?
No.
Fabergé.
The Fabergé eggs. There's at least 2 Fabergé eggs, which is very fancy. And maybe fake because all of these items seem to be selling and not everyone here is flush, but people are bidding. So, it's moving along. It's a fun sort of low key, not super highfalutin charity auction thing. And as it progresses.
Do you want us to say if our characters want something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there what everyone's here for like a reason. So like is the reason to socialize? Is the reason like you were interested in some research and
Well, I'm definitely interested in that gramophone. That brass like that is very hard to come across. That would do very nicely for some of my machines.
Oh,
Indeed.
a gramophone. What kind of sounds does it play?
I don't know.
You should always see what kind of sounds come out of something first. You don't want to move into a house and it just sounds like a terrible wail.
If you
to
have a
work
phone,
out.
does that make it a gramophone? That was a joke.
and then he slinks away.
I don't understand that, man.
He was calling you old.
Says Arthur, looking up from writing in his little notebook.
She's very astute.
I appreciate the conversation, but order in the auction. All right, next. So the gramophone, was that your
Don't
bid?
actually have a phone.
Yes.
So
Okay, that was $280. I think that was take 2 to going twice. I'm so silly.
Chad would like to use some wiles to basically deliberately make people pay more for their auction items, but not actually win any himself.
Marilyn does the exact same thing because I had this in my head too.
So not wanting to raise the
Basically
price.
raising the price
But
and
not
deliberately
biting.
pushing people to the
Alright.
point where they're going to break.
You're gonna have to roll acuity, wisdom, both of you, to get the timing right. Because if you push a little bit past what someone else will pay, you actually have to pay for it.
Can I, because I don't really want to use acuity because I'm not good at it.
Okay.
Can I use my authority to like steer the direction of like convince people like be like you want that,
could.
you should go higher like
You could, or your trained skill, if you wanted to. I believe you're a trader.
I'm happy to do
I
that.
would also like to use my trade skill.
Okay. How do you use your trained skill, Mary Lynn?
Well, I am trained as an actress, so I would like to sort of play up on the like, oh darn, I would have gotten that one, but I've already got 50 of them.
yeah. Okay. All right. Both of you make your roll. So
What are we chasing?
it will be your trained skill plus wisdom. I'm going to say 2, and you succeed more than most of the time. 3, and it's a very good success.
1.
You got 1. You end up.
Buying
You're gonna
some
have
stuff.
to buy more than you wanted. You
Okay.
thought you had this in the bag,
Yeah.
but there's not enough people here, and I guess you pegged
They're all
people
too
wrong.
weird.
You have most
Also,
of
all
you're
weirdos.
under some influences that have you a little hyped
Yeah.
up, that maybe have you over eager to bid when you're miscalculating.
Oh, that egg sounds delicious. I'm gonna cook that up.
You know, there's nothing inside the egg, right?
What the hell is it? What's I thought Fabergé was like a European chocolate company.
It is a
Another
priceless
salt
artifact.
to Chad. You're
God
so
damn it.
generous. Oh my gosh.
Not very good at this.
Hungry.
All right, make your roll, Jim.
Do we have knack and grit? Well, obviously.
You all have 1 less than you normally would.
True.
So anyone with 2 mind has 1 of each. And if you have 3 mind, you have 2.
Is there a minimum?
Knack, no grit. Yeah.
Good to
So
know.
if you have 1.
So you have 3 mind. So you have 2 knack, no grit.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. You rolled 2. You're about even. Like you're playing that game. You're not at a loss, but you're not like as good as you would have liked.
okay.
But you're
Cool,
pushing people
cool.
in directions and feeling quite influential. Maybe a few times you've like gone to like take the gavel, or like you start to like dramatize the selling process, and Helena's feeling a little encroached on, but everyone's a bit too tipsy to care.
Cool.
Next, we
Hold your
have the
karaoke.
statue of Odumbabwe from the Amazonia.
That sounds exotic.
Very
This piece
ghostly.
starts at $400. Any first takers?
Yes.
You, Edna?
Yes.
At 400. Do I have 450?
Yes.
450. Over to you, Mary Lynn. Do I hear 500?
Statue.
500.
5. Yes.
500 going, 500 to Edna. Do I hear 600? We're escalating here. We're going up.
right over here.
600 over there to Mary Lynn. 600. Do I hear $700? $700 going. Okay, 600 going once.
I heard it
I wish I could do it. You know, but people speak really fast. And a $700.
I will raise it. I don't know what number we're up to. I haven't been listening to, but yes, me.
$1,000 over to Edna. Wow, we're really raising the stakes over here. Statue of Odumbabwe from the Amazonian. Very exotic. Mary Lynn, you've been keen-eyed on this one.
Yeah.
1,200. Do I do 250
You know what? I'm gonna let her have this one.
for $1,000? Anyone else looking for it for $1,000?
That's just the kind of woman I am.
$1,000 going once, $1,000 going twice, and sold to Edna. Congratulations, Edna.
Wonderful. What did I get it for?
$1,000.
Oh, thank you.
Jeeves will get your details, and we'll just okay. And on to the next item, and there is a cut in power, and there is a distant alarm sound. You actually
Oh my god.
see an
my
orange
hearing aids.
glow from another room, like 2 rooms over, and the power's out, and there is a awful smell of smoke. Oh my gosh, what happened to the... It is quite dark. We
Guys,
gotta...
it's not me, I promise. I put it out ages ago.
I told you it was haunted.
I will check on it presently. Please
I don't
stay
think
here.
it was me this time.
Can we just make sure that everyone's got their drinks in hand? Stay comfortable. Don't worry, it's just a blizzard. And is that a fire? That's a fire, Jeeves. Can we just get water? Where's the water? And
I'm on it, ma'am.
panic is starting to settle in with some of the other guests. I can't speak for 3 people at once physically, but everyone started chatting about it. Yeah.
Panicked!
Oh my god!
I told you it was the
someone get a
ghost. I
bucket and then
told you.
Chad's just standing in the wherever has line of sight to this, like a statue, and just like chewing on something and looking at the burning in the corridor.
as the alarm
While
sort of
people run
stops, you all hear a
Just like that.
and a clunk and a thud onto the floor, and you're all in the dark and a bit confused, but the smoke alarm seems to have stopped. Someone should get the lights. How do we get the light? Mechanic Man.
Yeah.
Do you know how to fix this?
I might have just the thing. Hang on just a second. He hears like this sort of like mechanical winding. Oh, oops. Nope, that's not going to cut it.
No, that's not going to cut it either. And everyone sort of like wanders around a little bit and starts poking at stuff, but seemingly out of nowhere, the lights turn on after a few minutes.
Someone help me find that little
But
spring.
something very odd has appeared in the room. A body by the fireplace
Oh my god.
of Santa Claus
A spirit.
lies on the floor, specifically oddly looking like Tim Allen.
Oh, Tim Allen, I love that guy.
Tim Allen with a white
Very
beard
actor.
and a suit, and his little hand waves. And he seems to disappear, and there's just a suit left on the ground with blood on the ground next to him.
Is this part of the auction?
It's a nasty spirit I'm telling you.
Mary Lynn, were you planning a show-stopping event? Because this is really weird.
You think I did this? What the hell? Santa just died.
Ellen, dear, your house is haunted.
I mean, she might be right.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree.
I have been telling you the whole time.
And it looks like he disappeared. Is this like a illusion, a lighting effect?
I would like to investigate.
I mean, would you actually like to
Yes, I
investigate?
would
What
like
would
to
you like to do?
I will use investigation. Please, to look at the...
Just see if it's real blood.
Yeah, okay, all right.
See if it's real
So
blood.
investigation wisdom or investigation intelligence, I'll let you pick.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I would like to walk up to Helena at this point and be like,
I'm on dice.
ma'am, it appears there was cigarette ash left on a duvet in the next room. It caught fire. It's all sorted and put out now.
Great.
Get
Yeah, open
started.
your doors to people and they take advantage and wreck your shit.
Did you see how many critical
Oh my god, I can't believe you rolled five little,
critical
little one
successes.
things.
Then, like,
critical fails. That's
critical fails, yeah.
So there's
Normally
definitely
crits don't really apply unless they specifically apply. In this special occasion, you lean down to check the blood and don't see that there's more blood under your foot, and you slip over and land face first
Oh, there goes her
in
hip.
Santa blood next to the coat. And it actually, like, I'm going to get you now to roll
She like spreads out and it like makes this like blood.
I want you to make a resistance reflexes check, challenge level 2.
Resistance reflexes? Okay.
Because you're slipping and your hand is reaching out to touch blood, not brace for yourself. And so you need to, I want to see if you react and sort of catch yourself.
Shall I fetch a bucket or shall we wait for the cops?
2.
2. Okay. You just catch yourself, but if you
Oh, goodness.
hadn't reacted fast enough, you might have knocked your head on the ground.
There's only one way to do this. You have to get up right close.
So you're now like on the ground on all fours, like sniffing
Sniffer
blood.
dog. She just goes up to the moon.
That cardigan looks quite absorbent. You might not need the mop.
There is a very strange behavior, like a dog, like a sniffing blood. But yes, that is real blood.
Antonio leans down and like,
I can taste the iron.
This man knows what he's doing. Are you also a ghost hunter?
No, I just
Are you a vampire?
See?
don't be ridiculous. I've just tasted a lot of blood. He's it's truly magical, but was once an East Coast marketing
What the hell?
executive for a toy company. You can tell in the taste.
What blood type is he?
C plus. Try, you will learn.
and he leans down and like dips his finger in the blood and he's holding it up to you.
Really closer. Like you're thinking.
Chad's gonna step in and put a hand to you.
Oh, you want to try too?
And he holds the blood finger up to you as if like just sharing like you did.
Oh, go on. I've drunk worse. Here.
No. All right. Why am I being the voice
There's
of
a lot
reason?
to
Come
learn
on,
from
guys. Most of you, looking at your age, you lived through the HIV epidemic. Like, what the hell are you doing just
There's
drinking
not a
blood?
body. There's nothing to worry about. It's clearly fake blood. This is all a big prank. Ha ha. Can someone please fess up to why you did this and what's going on? 'Cause
I mean, it's
this
kind of
is
impressive.
weird.
Honestly, I agree. There's nobody who cares. Like, seriously, it's like some fake blood on the ground. We got an actress here. Very fun, very cool. Next option.
You don't
item.
know what the ghost is going to do next, though. You have to work out its motivations.
There's no such thing as ghosts.
There are absolutely such things as
Where does it
ghosts.
say that in the Bible?
I have written my own Bible.
Oh my God.
All right. We're going to have a problem here until we figure out exactly what's going on.
Are we?
Who killed Santa? Said a voice that has not been heard in the room before.
Oh my god!
Of a young-looking elf.
Oh my god!
I got a notification that Santa has stopped in his duties
And there is a problem to be solved because Christmas is on hold.
Did you watch this recently? That's an uncanny impression of his voice from my memory.
I did watch this.
Research.
Where did this kid come from?
I'm Bernard,
Ghost.
head elf. And now Christmas is canceled until we figure out who is the Santa Claus.
You look so weird.
But to figure that out, we need I want someone to tell me who killed the Santa Claus.
Hold on.
God was a good guy and he did not deserve this.
Sir, you were not invited to this party. Please leave.
His kid's gonna be devastated.
Also, that was-
Poor Charlie.
That was legendary Republican actor Tim Allen. I don't want you to pretend that was Santa Claus.
Who are you?
Me? I'm.
Don't come at
Jack.
me with your attitude.
Hey, no, I'm.
The amount of girls and boys out there who are going to wake up Christmas morning with no toys in their tree.
Or Tim Allen.
What a pity.
Who's Tim Allen?
Sir, please, who invited you? Please do not make me call the
Don't
authorities.
speak to me with that attitude.
And why do you have
Santa Claus. I
so
don't
many
think
more
that-
pores in your
Atti-
skin than us?
Do you all not understand what's happening here? Christmas is dead unless the Santa Claus is fulfilled.
All right, little man. If you're so Christmas magic elf, show me some Christmas magic.
Oh yeah, show us.
Yes, please.
Well, seeing isn't believing.
No, it is. It absolutely is.
We just saw Santa die and now we know he's
I'm a
dead.
scientist. That's
All
empirically how it
right.
is.
And he just leans into his pocket and like pulls out like a giant candy cane. And it was physically impossible for that to have
okay.
happened out.
Yep.
It's like, all right,
And it's
enough of a party trick.
Yeah,
Can we
whoa,
get to
whoa.
business here already? And he like throws it on the ground and it shatters.
It's going to
How do
be
we
so
fix
good
this?
for
I
my
ain't a
blood.
magician.
How do we-
I'm an elf. Can we get to work? That's what elves do.
How do we fix it? Come on.
I have an idea.
I'm going to contact the
Wait,
authorities.
first, we
I'm
need to-
going to contact the ghost of Santa Claus.
There are no. Have you
authorities?
been? Do you have any idea how hard it was for me to get here? Usually, it's much simpler. That storm is playing havoc. Authorities don't stand a chance. Who killed him?
We should just ask him. Ask his ghost.
Out of interest, what happens to the person that killed this Santa Claus?
That's not your business.
I think it's pretty important. If you expect
I'll get
people
you
to
a
fess up.
roll.
Yeah.
You can choose a perception-like attribute if you'd like. But otherwise, I would say acuity.
Yeah. And what?
Acuity and wisdom. I'm going to say challenge level 3.
oh,
2.
Oh, 2. It dropped to 2. That's I only rolled 2. I got 2 successes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want to use anything?
Oh yeah, I'll use it. Well, I don't know what I'm rolling. What am I rolling?
You're rolling to. Okay. That's because I asked you to roll.
Yeah, like well, I don't know
You
if I want
asked
to invest in this.
him
Yeah.
what
happens
to you would get some. There's something he might know, but
sure,
you won't
I'll
know.
spend
that.
a
You're going to
knack.
spend your knack.
Yep.
Okay. He pushes the question aside, but it's clear he can't leave until we figure out who killed Santa because something is making him beholden to sort of like sorting this out. And apparently it can't get sorted out until there's some information.
Okay. I can see this is important.
You were all the only ones who were in this building. I have that as proof, and I need some answers. So, yes, you in the front. This isn't grade school.
that was just me, Elle, to jazz up. I was just going to say that Emma just starts sitting down and just like, maybe she has some candles or she just takes them off the
You're
table.
just starting a
She
seance?
just starts a seance.
Okay.
She's just muttering to herself.
Okay.
Ma'am, please be careful. We do not need another fire.
I'm adding on Blue Sky Social. I'm adding Tim Allen and asking if he's dead.
I have a query. What technology is present in your pantaloons to allow you to pull something so large from it?
Let me get this straight. You're starting a seance. You're Googling an actor, apparently, that I've never heard of.
No,
and
exactly.
you're asking about my pantaloons. And someone just died here. Not just someone, the one.
Or
Santa Claus.
Someone was lying there and then they disappeared and then you pulled a giant candy cane from your pants. I'm not entirely sure which one I should be more alarmed by.
This is a Republican Party. It's not the first time someone will die at one, and it will not be the last.
I just take a photo of this kid on my phone and then keep
Oh,
tapping.
no, you
the
don't.
90s.
No, you don't. You like might have like a Polaroid on you.
I have my. Oh, did all
the
the
90s.
You're like looking up on Twitter. Twitter
What?
doesn't
It's the
exist.
90s.
When
It's the
did
late
that get
1990s
established?
at the start.
Oh, we missed that.
I don't think you ever said that.
I did. I 100% said that.
Neither of us heard that.
I
didn't
had no
think it was the
idea.
90s.
Okay.
I
It's the
made
90s.
so many references to modern culture. I was like, what?
I was just like, what are you talking
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's nice.
So you're a time traveler.
Cool. Okay.
Helena, why don't you just get your butler to like flip him over and see what happened?
Flip him over.
The suit, the whatever that mess is.
Okay.
I ain't touching it.
Butler.
Wait, I have something for this.
Bend down and inspect the clothing.
Oh, never mind. He's got this.
The ghost said he didn't want to talk to me, by the way.
So it's unpaused. I've unpaused and said it's unpaused, so that's in the edit now. Yay! Jeeves, I'm going to get you to make an acuity reflexes check. No, acuity finesse.
What does that mean?
You got one success.
It means that the camera's disconnected.
No.
I don't know if it reconnected. Is it off? I don't know. Anyway.
I can't see. I don't think
Murray's got the real Christmas present sailing over to me.
We're waiting on dice cam, and this is the bit that should have been paused. What did you get? Yay!
one.
You got one. You don't see anything of interest, but I will allow everyone else to make the same check, acuity reflexes. So Jeeves missed it. He's turning over the suit, but everyone's watching him. So everyone can, with a challenge level 3.
Chad.
Chad misses it.
I also rolled one too many dice, so it was illegal anyway.
Who did?
Me.
Oh.
I think maybe
Joe
one was
Steve.
already in there.
2 for Steve.
What was the sorry acuity?
Challenge level 3, acuity reflexes. 2 for Mary Lynn.
I might use
And
an app.
2
Hold
for
on.
Steve.
Oh no.
1 for
So
Edna.
good at
I'm
rolling.
gonna use a knack. Make
Okay.
it 3.
All right. Mary Lynn.
I kick my foot over on it.
Well, you sort of notice like a little flicker. It's a very like there's velvet, there's soft, there's patches of blood.
Oh, terrible.
A little gory.
Terrible
But you
fabric.
notice a little card that sort of slips out but falls then under a sleeve that tipped back over.
Oh, what's this?
And you reach out and grab it. There's a little card that simply says, "If something should happen to me, put on my suit."
Mary Lynn like looks at the suit that's now drenched in blood and looks at the card and looks back and kind of goes, here you go, Jeeves. This one's for you. I'll pass you the card.
I read it and then go, shall I burn this like the rest of the peasantry garb?
What is it? What? Give me a look at that.
I hand her the card.
If something should happen to me, she says out loud to the room, put on my suit.
Chad grabs the suit.
That's weird.
Yeah,
no
things are
one-
getting weird in here. I go and like scoop up the suit, pull it away.
Yeah, no one's stopping you. Cool.
I don't want to touch
All right,
that.
what do you mean put on this suit? Kid, scrawny one, what's going on?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You guys killed Santa. There's this contract thing, and in that, the Santa Claus
Jacket
states
sleeve
that
coming on at this point.
So, did you want me to wash that first?
No, it's good. It's good. I've worn blood before.
states that when the Santa Claus dies, well, the next one to wear the suit is the big guy. So,
Christmas. Magic is real. Your own Christmas Santa suit. Sure. Buttoning it up.
yeah, there's gonna be a lot of disappointed kids for the next few decades.
What a pity.
Oh, we've had some pretty bad.
Oh yeah, I
Santas,
killed
but-
Santa Claus and pulls on the pants. Is that what you wanted to hear? Buckling the belt up.
Now, Steve didn't score high enough to see the card in his QE reflexes roll, but he did notice he was quite acute, but just not in that direction.
He's very cute.
He notices some blood on the statue next to Edna. The statue that Edna bid on and was quite eager to pay $1,000 to attain.
Yes, that is quite odd. However, there's also a lot of that blood on Edna as well. Because she did just eat poo and just face plant straight in there.
The statue is back where she was before. She's not holding onto it. She walked away from it to check the blood. The statue never came near the blood from what you saw.
Sort of, bit stealthily, but mostly only because no one pays attention to him anyway. He's just gonna walk over and just have a look at the statue and said,
Sir, are you looking for the facilities?
"No, I'm fine."
May I be of assistance?
Now, I have to speak up here because we usually don't have to get into the granality of the contract. Usually it's pretty straightforward. Santa dies, someone's there, puts on the suit, wham bam, Santa. In this instance,
Merry Christmas.
Well, in this instance we have a conflict because Santa was actively killed. Therefore, there is a link in the intermagical spheres. It's a thing.
Absolutely.
Between the
Makes
person
sense.
who accidentally killed him and the person who puts on the suit.
You
So it
actually-
doesn't quite work like that unless whoever killed Santa relinquishes the responsibility of being Santa to the person donning the suit.
Oh,
so
I'll
I'm
take the
afraid.
fall. I killed Santa. Whoever did it, just say, I really. Why don't you all
No,
say-
no, and
you all
he
say I
he
relinquished at
holds
the
a
same time.
piece of like a little metal piece of tech with a weird green thing with a radar looking thing at you, and it's
I
just
leave the statue and I'm just like,
Yeah.
he's like holding it over and he's like, nah, you're a bull-faced liar. Wasn't you?
Can you do that on everyone? That seems very handy.
Well, if everyone puts on the jacket, yeah, of course.
So we can just
No,
put on the
no.
blood.
Well,
Why don't
that
you
is the way to find out who should be the next. Well, shouldn't be.
Isn't the way to find out that everyone just at the same time says, I absolve the responsibility of having killed Santa and becoming Santa, and you let me become Santa. I'm a jolly guy. Look at me.
that is
How many
actually.
factories have you got?
Unfortunately, the contract's really weird and gray, and that is an option. So,
What happens if a woman puts on the Santa suit? Does she
well,
become Santa?
if you're not averse to beards, yeah.
You're supposedly an
Interesting.
actor. Maybe you can actually act in a suit.
No, but seriously, the factory
dare
situation. You
you.
got to produce a lot of toys down there.
I'll show you. I'm going to start tearing this.
Well, I am not letting you take off the Santa.
I will use my strength to keep you away if I have to, with my power.
So we're solving this the old-fashioned way. This happened 400 years ago in Costa Rica. It was a good show.
No, it's that foreign guy.
having seen that
It also happened 20 years ago in Costa Rica.
the guest is not really relinquishing nor explaining this little gizmo, I'm going to sort of saunter back to the statue and I'm going to go through my tools and pull out this little device that flips open a few magnifying glasses. And I'm just going to take a little
Do I
look.
notice him near my statue?
I won't make you roll for this because you rolled well for acuity before. You notice there's like a sack next to where Santa's body was. You just noticed that.
All right. I'm just going to open it and have a look. What is sack?
I'm going to get you to roll a resistance intelligence check
Oh dear.
to see how you go fathoming the
Resistance.
uncomprehensible eternal abyss within the sack.
Oh dear.
You got one.
1.
You immediately have a migraine and blood starts coming out of your nose.
That follows.
And I'm going to say you're going to have to take 1 point of damage.
All right.
You lose a hit point. It's like you weren't equipped with the right physical capability to even look into that bag.
Does he like visibly
And it
stagger or
hurts.
anything?
Yeah. Like it's like almost like seizure-y when he's like drops it and steps back and stumbles. But at the same time, Steve, there is something confirming about it. It's like you had theories that that experience physically seems to align with.
Containing so many objects within a smaller object. Yes. Yes.
Sir,
It's all. Oh.
sir, can I help you?
Yes. Aspirin and so much alcohol.
Meanwhile, you guys what's happening over here? So you're wrestling over the suit. So now you're going to have to
I was
both.
thinking more just my hand on her head holding her at arms.
You're going to have to. Let's make an opposed strength. Let's just make it an opposed strength.
Can I do
check.
power strength?
You can pick a physical attribute to fight that with strength, Jen. So power strength versus.
Has to be physical.
Yeah.
I'm going to also pick power because I don't know how to use fitness against you. You roll first.
How aggressively are you both fighting?
Literally hand on her head holding her apart off me because I'm like 6'3".
So you're just being defensive.
Just keeping her off me. Just like, lady, calm down. I've got the suit on. It doesn't fit you. I'm a big man. You're a little woman.
Meanwhile, how are you, Mary Lynn? How are you fighting? How are you engaging this?
So
How aggressively?
I don't want to like tear the suit or damage it. So I'm more just trying to like.
I'm going to say as you pull, you can tell there's nothing that would damage this suit.
Okay.
And it looks remarkably old up close.
This could be useful in Brooklyn.
Only 2.
I got 4.
Okay. All right. You're not making a dent in his fight.
Yeah.
Honestly, this isn't going to go anywhere until we get a bit of resolution. Who's the killer? Fess up. You can confess and relinquish the responsibility. I ain't the law, so you can sort that out amongst yourselves after the fact. But I ain't leaving until we figure this out.
Edna, you said you talked to him. Did he say anything like, "Oh, that person killed me"?
He said, "Go away. I'm grieving my own death." So,
Look, why don't we all just split up and look for clues, right?
In the corner of the room, Arthur's eyes are like bulging out of his eyes, and he has not stopped scribbling. Like he's just looking up and looking down, and he's just like writing nonstop. He looks like he's experiencing some sort of euphoria, and as these different like little conversations and weird fights and issues are happening, like Antonio just like randomly appears for like 5 seconds directly between the two people that are acting and like sort of looking at them and like,
you want to taste his nose bleed?
oh, you want to try one?
His nose is bleeding. It might taste the same.
And he puts out his clean finger and takes some blood and like licks it and is like, oh, I didn't know you were so insecure about the child toys.
What?
Does it taste the same as the other blood?
No, very different.
Okay.
I wasn't.
It's not him.
B-
Until now.
I didn't know you had a crush on her.
My dear
All right,
fellow,
this
you
is
have a lot of
absurd.
explaining.
Look, I get we've all had a lot to drink, but I'm very uncomfortable with this, and I think it's time to call this whole night off and go to bed. You strange little man, it's time to leave. This is uncomfortable, and I ain't going anywhere until the killer fesses up. Tell you what, I'm gonna have to bring out the big elf guns if this doesn't resolve itself.
Oh, please do.
tell us.
The killer needs to be found and confessed or killed, or there will be no Christmas, and that is not something I will put up with. So,
Mary Lynn, you were in the murder on the
On
Express.
7th Street,
You're on
yeah.
the Mississippi Boat River murder. You were like 7 or 8 murder films.
You know my videography history
well.
better than I do, yeah.
Yeah, so why don't we stop fighting and you and me, we play detective and damsel and we sort this out.
All right.
You, Brainiac, you found something. Let me take credit for it.
Sack. It's big.
he looks like he's just been punched in the face. Like,
And also the blood is like smeared. It's
Did you fall in the blood as well?
no. I think my brain fell in the sack.
What the
Because
hell
it's
does that
bigger
mean?
inside.
Things like that do happen when you mess with the paranormal.
Sometimes when you go too deep in the bag, it can make your nose bleed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were into the paranormal stuff as well.
I did not expect you to get that.
Oh, it's quite common, actually. Yeah, Mary Lynn would know about most people in Hollywood socialite in New York. It's fairly...
Give me that mopping up the blood.
So Bernard is in the corner, is like, no, and he's reading this giant scroll. It's like, yeah, sorry, I actually had to pull out the actual contract. It's very old. Turns out there is another clause. It doesn't
send him
have
then.
to be a confession if everyone correctly assumes who is responsible.
Well, what was the... You got a
Love
bag?
spirits with the
Can I go
contract.
see if there's any of this blood that was on the statue?
Oh, the problem is
Don't look at my statue.
everyone only gets 3 guesses, and they have to be reasoned why in a timely manner so that the watchers of the content can be thoroughly entertained. This is such a weird contract.
Stingy ghosts.
3 guesses. Everyone has to uniformly agree on who the killer is, and there's 8 of you here. So,
Can we gather him?
Yeah, can I
Can we do the
investigate some
detective
stuff?
thing
Yeah.
that we should have done for the last 25 minutes?
Yeah.
This is America. It was probably a heart disease.
no,
That's not a guess, is it?
We could just blame the help.
I mean, if everyone correctly guesses heart disease, then well, yeah, technically that is. Technically, that's a pass.
I mean,
yeah.
it is Santa, like.
Can I roll to investigate my statue
Yeah.
and see if it's magical? Investigation.
The whole magical thing takes on a new aspect considering we just saw a corpse disappear. Like maybe you're not
I've
actually
proven
nuts.
correct the whole time. I'm the
Can I
only
make
sane
a
one.
Pose crazy
a
check.
charm check to see if I can get the M&Ms put on the round table? How many successes do I need?
One.
The M&Ms. What's this?
2 successes. Thank you.
Succeed.
Oh, I see. Very charming.
What am I pairing investigation with?
I'm going to get you to pair investigation. This is to investigate your statue's what,
Yes.
sorry?
To see if it has magical capabilities.
Okay. Investigation. Do you know what? I'm actually not going to get you to take a check for this.
Okay.
You know it has
Okay,
magic.
I know for
You have studied
Yes.
for a long time,
Wonderful.
so you believe deeply.
Do I know anything about how to use these magical capabilities?
Nothing at all. And this is your
Okay.
first time being equipped with it, but you could attempt to use it in any way you see fit.
And it has blood on it.
It has blood on it.
I'm going to shake it a bit and knock on it, and then point it at the red suit to see if it does anything.
No, nothing happens. But everyone like quietened it down and is like,
That was a neat trick.
Thank you.
well, I mean, at this point in time,
It is
any
a
answer
magical
is an
statue.
answer.
I have been looking for this for quite some time.
Magic. Mm-hmm.
I go up to the little kid. So while you're here, would you like a drink?
Yeah, thank you. Double scotch, no rocks.
I look him up and down, being like trying to judge if this kid is 21.
He does not look 21.
It's the Republican Party house in the 90s. It doesn't matter if he's 21, you'll pour him a drink.
On its way, sir.
As a good worker.
At this point, I've sort of noticed Arthur in the corner. Well, at least someone looks like he's enjoying himself. Wait, no. He's an observant fellow. He's probably written all of this down. Quick, Arthur.
Yes?
Did you see anything? Did you write anything down? Did like a murderer, perchance?
Roll
You like this sort of thing?
an acuity. What would you like to pair acuity with? That would make sense to you, because I could allow for multiple.
You know what? Empathy, sort of like reasoning with his love of like learning and his own interest in horror and writing. So I'm going to get very interested in like
It has to be a
This would be
skill.
very good,
Sorry, so
wouldn't it?
wisdom.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing it backwards, Jazza. He
Oh.
picks the skill and you,
Yeah,
you
sorry.
pick the trait.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you did the thing you said you'd do.
Who's surprised?
Yeah.
So
wisdom. Acuity wisdom.
Okay.
Except you sort
Acuity
of call
wisdom?
for an acuity check, right?
Okay.
Unless they say
It depends on what you want them to do, right? So he was saying he wants to convince him to basically communicate with you. So it felt more like a charm check. But then you're
Okay,
saying
well-
he's seeing something, which is he seeing something?
Yeah, no, I'm prompting the check.
You're
I'm
prompting a
prompting.
different
Okay.
check.
Yeah, so acuity wisdom is separate to what you're
Yeah.
doing. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's security
So
wisdom.
he's getting you to, yes, but then you can do the charisma.
Acuity wisdom, and then you can do your check.
Yeah,
yes.
empathy check.
3.
You definitely think this guy has seen stuff. He shuts the book immediately. He's quite like withdrawn, but those are knowing eyes.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
Yeah. And then I will like press. Surely you've seen something, or you could use your imagination to deduce what would be the most likely outcome in such a horrific endeavor.
How are you hoping to encourage him to spill the beans?
Basis that some camaraderie sort of, I could help with any thing that would, help deduce who it could have been, make it a real twist for the reader if they would see. But we would need to know.
The empathy. Is that what you were going
Yep,
for?
empathy.
Okay, so go empathy, intelligence.
Okay.
Yeah.
0.
1. Challenge level 2.
Rob says no.
I am going to use a knack.
Okay. He looks hesitant at first.
You seem like the trustworthy type. Look, I don't know for sure, but I have some theories.
All I know is, and he opens up to a page and points at a few names and sort of says, well, he's drawn like a little map. It's like,
These are the people who were in the vicinity at the time, and these are the people I assume are at least mentally equipped to be able to engage in such an act.
and he's narrowed it down to half of the people here. He's got, he's written,
Yeah. Mentally,
He's
correct. I
written-
must be on that list.
he's written Chad, Jeeves, Mary Lynn, and Antonio.
They were in that area, and they seem ill-motivated. But that's just my observation and opinion.
And there's blood on the statue. Is that any way connected?
Oh, Edna had nothing to do with that for sure.
But could have one of them used the statue?
It was dark for a few minutes, for sure, yeah. At least that's my theory. Could have been Edna. I'm not a good
How
judge
big
of
is
character.
this statue? Like, out of character.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the Soccer World Cup statue? It's a bit like that, but it's like made of a very old, almost ancient looking wood with engravings on it. Similar shape. So it's
How
like,
heavy is it?
looks quite heavy, but not so heavy that you couldn't pick it up and pop it on the
Do I think
mantelpiece.
that Mary Lynn would be capable of lifting?
Oh, yeah. Everyone here is capable of lifting it. It's not, it's like the size of a large thing of popcorn and a bit bigger, you know.
I hope Edna could carry
I want
it.
to
She
pull
bought it.
Mary Lynn aside.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so stressful. Oh wait, no, that's
Lynn.
Mary Lynn. That was Helena Whitmore.
She's stressed though.
Yeah, she just
No one
says that.
asked you, Helen.
So, look, I overheard your little phone call earlier.
Oh, you a peeping Tom?
Hey, you're a starlet. I can't help myself being drawn
What
to
do
your
you
presence.
want?
Well, I know you're looking to make something big happen tonight. I'm just saying quietly, if that something big happens to be killing the red guy, well, if you confess, make it go away, I'll take the fall, become Santa Claus, you get your headline. No one needs to know, just go whisper in that little dweeb's ear.
Can I pop into existence behind them?
Behind those two talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just give it to you.
Sir, madam, in anticipation of tonight's events, I've set up a private room for you both.
Oh my God! Would you look at that? You only get 2 guesses now because you waited so long.
Oh, goodness.
You didn't say that was part of the deal.
I don't tell you. You want me to just sit here and read the
You
contract?
have a giant list of
contract
rules.
is
I told you the current rule that's relevant. You're all ignoring me. Christmas is being canceled right now unless you pull your act together and confess or fess up or let it all go and let the children suffer on Christmas morning. Is that what you want? Is that what you want to ruin Christmas?
Yeah, kinda.
I mean, I'm
really
pretty
do,
sure,
yes.
honestly, I've like
Does no one care about Christmas as much as I do?
Volunteer to be Santa already. Like I said, I'd do it. I'm wearing the suit. You're making it hard for me with your contracts and your
I
red
didn't
tape.
make
What
the
is going on?
contract. I wouldn't love you as Santa, but I'd like someone as Santa.
And that's me.
someone's
Look at
better
the-
than no one. I don't make the rules. You didn't do the deed. The deed do it doesn't fess up, or everyone doesn't acknowledge who it is. And we got 2 minutes.
Oh, private room. Oh, let's do it. Go. I want that info. Yeah, private. What do you need?
I don't think
I
anyone
care
gets
about
to
Christmas. Sorry.
read. Christmas is very magical time.
Oh, gee. Oh, it was a sex joke.
Did you
At
kill
this
him or
point,
not?
out of the story, I want everyone in YouTube comments, everyone in Twitch, everyone. We're not streaming on Twitch, so that doesn't make any sense. Everyone on YouTube or Spotify, let us know who your 2 guesses are and why. What has led you to believe that?
I just
Now
wanted
let's
to
go to
confess.
the room.
Can I ask a metagame question? Does the person actually know?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Because I wasn't sure if it was some vague.
Yeah, sorry. That is something I forgot to say at the start of the whole thing. This is my first time doing this for you guys. The first thing I should have said is that someone is the killer and they know it's the killer, and
Okay.
everyone picked from the same
Great.
pool of people.
Yeah.
And it is someone here.
Okay, great. Just
So
wanted
that's
double check that someone's
Metagaming,
the
that is a great misdirect.
Who knows? Who
Anyway,
knows?
that private room.
Yeah, no, I
Don't
think he was
disappear.
making a sex joke, ma'am.
Oh.
Ma'am.
Man,
Ma'am.
how old do you think I am?
Oh, one guess.
Oh goodness! Oh,
Sorry, I don't make up the rules. You all get one guess.
All right,
or
everyone,
Christmas
it's
is
easy. What's the
ruined
character's name
forever.
again?
Bernard,
I'm going to approach Bernard.
yo,
Are you not able to take the role yourself? Surely, being one of the
I'm an
seven.
elf, not a human. I don't make the rules.
Come on,
I
guys.
would have a long time ago, but unfortunately, this role of employment has a ceiling. I'm sure you understand.
Typical.
We have a great tradition in this country. In the political institutions, Helena would understand. Let's just blame the help.
One
I
at a
did
time.
hear him actually.
If you
talking
can't
about how
blame
discuss
the help.
amongst yourselves,
I blame the help.
he like pulls out this
ruin something.
microphone-looking
Oh,
ancient modern device. It's weird. It's like got gears and stuff, and it's whirls. Everyone's got to speak their guess into this thing that will affirm the magical Chris Kringlian powers. And if everyone
that is
is
how that
correct,
works.
that's it's in the contract.
Yes.
All right.
It was the help. It was the help.
I do
it
think
was
he
the
knows a
butler.
lot about this place.
Ladies
It's
and gentlemen,
impressive.
please.
It's
in my
impressive,
clause that if you were to blame me for a murder that I did not commit, then the Butlers Association of the World would forever ban you from accessing our services. Additionally, it is such a faux pas to blame the help. I mean, Arthur, really, you're an author.
So
Blaming the help.
who's your guess?
So
And he
original.
holds it up to you first because you walked up to him.
Suicide.
Okay.
Maybe he tripped and fell down the chimney.
All right. Yo, Inventor Man. Hey, we could use some of your talents.
Oh,
Yeah, we actually have openings for humans. You don't have to be an elf.
really?
Yeah. It's a really great position for socially awkward people because no one misses them.
Oh, I could show you some of my inventions. I have a few here. If you,
Oh, yeah, a couple of those got you on the naughty list.
She needs a new job. Maybe you should give it to her.
Well, you might recognize some of the mechanics in this. Who do you think?
to be after some calculation and analysis, I believe that it would have to be Antonio, as he keeps appearing out of nowhere and is literally the only person here who is bloodthirsty.
He holds it up to you, Edna.
I feel like, and don't take this as an offense, it's quite impressive, really, but I think that the butler would know exactly where to hide a body in this big house. I've seen lots of places to hide.
Of course,
Butler?
This is
Okay.
a Republican Party. It's a normal event. If there's a murder, I burn the corpse. No questions
There
asked.
you go. He knows what to do.
He holds it up to Marilyn.
Great.
You know, at the end of the day, you gotta go with your gut. And my gut says it was the help.
How droll. Philistines.
Well, you've already made your guess, but you have to say it in a microphone-y thing.
The help. The help
right.
help. And if it wasn't the help, it was clearly the weirdo or the crazy lady. It wasn't any one of people.
Wait, do we get second guesses by
Wait,
second?
no,
guesses?
he
The
took him
crazy
away.
lady is the
No,
one
but
next to
within
you.
this minute, you
Jeeves,
can.
it's Jeeves. Kill him. Or whatever.
Just for specifics, which weirdo?
He turns the mic back to you, Edna. It's like, you're the only outlier. You can change it if you want, because we have about 13 seconds.
Just say the help.
I already said that.
Yeah.
That was my answer.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, answer sorry.
Well, if we're going to go for the common denominator, okay. The help?
There's a magical glow on the microphone, and then nothing happens.
Oh dear.
And then all of a sudden, Chad looks a little fatter than he did at the start of the night. And that's my cliffhanger. I don't know.
So we got him.
Maybe.
What?
We got him. You were the murderer, weren't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Am I becoming Santa? I want to ask the little weedy kid.
Or we're just fat shaming.
This is now we have it. he just ate too
Christmas
much.
food.
Yeah. No, we have to have a post credits scene.
Okay.
Okay.
As the night progresses, everyone goes to their bed. There was some sort of magical something enough that what's his name? Bernard was like satisfied and walked away. Everyone goes in to settle into bed. But in the middle of the night, at like 3 a.m, Chad feels like a tap on his shoulder, and there's like 17 like small, pointy-eared children who are like, "It's time. It's time to
All right.
fulfill your duties."
Just like my father's factory in China.
Bring forth the sacrifice.
hold on to this sack. He said, holding you the Santa sack.
Yeah, I grabbed the Santa sack.
And it drifts, pulling you towards the chimney, and magically.
Yep.
And Arthur is still sitting in that room, eyes bugging out, watching the whole thing and just writing down as Chad gets suctioned up into the chimney. Everyone,
He's in the room while Chad's sleeping.
Do I go into
He's
like
never
a flying
left, yeah.
reindeer sleigh? Is that what's happening?
yeah. And for the rest of the evening, befuddled and amused, you are obligated to deliver children's toys the rest of the night.
And is Bernard with me?
No, Bernard's not there anymore.
Okay, but is that just me or Elf?
The other little
Okay.
elves are sort of like they're showing you the ropes. I'm trying to make sense of it for you.
God, this is so fortuitous. You have no idea. We can fly. We can fly.
Well, the reindeer. But,
Oh.
I mean, well, the reindeer, yeah.
You know, there's no Patelli family in the North Pole, is there?
No, I don't believe I've heard that name before.
No debt collectors either. Hey, how about that?
No.
How about that?
Yeah,
Oh, and no unions, am I right?
Christmas miracle.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christmas is gonna be a miracle for Chad. Oh, boys and girls. Oh, we're gonna give you a taste.
Meanwhile, in
Merry Chadmas.
the mansion, the butler gently polishes the blood off of the last of the flagstone and the statue, puts it all away and brushes his hands, and is annoyed at himself for missing his planned target. And things not going according to plan.
This could work in my favor.
He thinks.
Had I not relinquished the role of Santa Claus, I would be subservient to the world's children. Instead, I've given it to a devious Republican who will capitalize it and make it miserable for everyone. A corporate capitalist affair only for the rich and wealthy.
No, the first hit's free.
This truly is doom.
And for the following decades, after the 90s, Christmas slowly became an absurdly corporate and greedy affair for companies all around the world.
Where mysteriously and weirdly, despite all the presents being distributed by Santa, wealthier families often had their children get better presents than poorer families for some reason. And Santa seemed to distribute gifts not based on how good or naughty you were, but in fact, somehow it was closely tied to your socioeconomic status.
100%.
And there weren't many presents delivered to developing nations.
No,
either. It was
none.
mostly very affluent Western countries.
Maybe Chad started to just get tired halfway around the globe and just, just stuck to the places he also liked to holiday. And that brings us to the end of our Christmas special. Quick, play the Christmas Miracle song. It's the top one.
This one?
It's beginning
Yay!
to look a lot like Christmas.
Thank you all for watching.
Jazzle.
I hope you enjoyed it. I don't know what that cluster was, but it was fun. I hope you guys had fun.
I kind of love that Chad became Santa because then I'm like, wow, nothing's really changed. That's basically what happened.
Yeah. That was like a weirdly fitting.
Yeah, it wrapped up really nicely.
That's amazing.
I kind of swung off character a lot because my entire character seemed to be associated around the characters that weren't being played by any of you. So I was like,
I see.
I was like, interesting. My character has no interest in engaging with any of you, so I'm gonna instead. And then we got that twist, and the twist was like the best because I didn't know that twist until I read my secret.
Yeah.
And my secret was that
What was everyone's secret?
Yeah, I have debt collectors, and I need this score, or I'm screwed because there's debt. So that's when I saw the Santa thing. I'm like, Santa, fly up and be Santa.
That's my out.
Yeah.
What was it? What was everyone's secret? Mary Lynn, what was your secret?
So I was in a similar sort of situation where I was basically in debt as well. Like my funds had all dried up. So I needed this to be my last break, essentially, even if that meant like I, have to do something drastic, but not the murderer.
Okay, we'll save Jeeves to last. Edna, what was your secret?
I just wanted to get the cool statue. I thought it was magical. I wanted it. You didn't give us a budget, so I was like, I'm just gonna buy it.
Oh, I should have gone higher then.
Well, my secret was that my most prolific and renowned invention I'd actually stolen from a rival, and I was living in fear of being called a fraud.
Is that the one that the guy tried to take from you or tried to buy off of you?
You mean Invention 377?
Yeah.
No, actually. However, being told that he was valued and offered almost a job by the elves, Santa's elves, was probably the redemption arc he was looking for.
Chad's got your number.
Hey, you work for me now.
Jeeves, what was your secret?
I was obviously hated by my parents because they called me Jeeves and then abandoned me, so I was an orphan. You could say I was raised to be a butler. And constantly serving the working class made me a sad, miserable man, and I just wanted to share that misery with everyone and make them experience the childhood and upbringing and Christmas that I experienced, which was nothing.
Cool, great.
Weird. I thought your secret was that you killed Santa.
Succeeded for almost half the globe.
More than half. It's the 1% that get it.
Yeah, there you go.
The original intent was to murder Helena, but then a better opportunity just presented itself. So
We're living in the darkest timeline.
You know how I knew it was Rob? Because it's
always the
Rob.
help.
Because it's always Rob.
The funniest thing, I rolled for everyone to pick the order of their thing. So Rob was the first to pick and immediately was like, that one. And I'm like, so you're the murderer. It's like, oh, it's a murder mystery. Cool.
Like, of course you're the murderer. And I'm like, there's a murderer?
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a happy holiday.
Have a happy Chadmas.
corporate holiday.
Merry Chadmas.
You're rebranding.
I was going to say Merry Christmas, and then I realized
Chad
Chadmas
bless
is
you,
more-
everyone. See you guys.
Jesus, chat.
Goodbye.
There you